I'm David Webb, and I came to the Florida Museum of Natural History back, I hate to tell you how many eons ago, in 1964, just after I'd gotten a PhD at Berkeley. And I basically am a sort of California desert person, so it was quite an interesting change of venue to come to Florida and start looking, among other places, in rivers and swamps for fossils. But in any case, it soon became obvious that Florida was a very exciting place, not because of big panoramic badlands, but quite a different approach, especially underwater sites. I quickly realized were one of the important ways to go. And of course, in Florida, one quickly learns that there are many amateur collectors, knowledgeable people out there in the field who I've noticed throughout my 25 years here, have been immensely helpful to the museum's efforts in locating sites and giving us pointers in the field and working as sort of field extension agents. And that continues to be true right to this day. Meanwhile, I've seen this museum and collections from Florida spreading over the last 30 million years or so really grow, and it's been exciting to sort of be here from the beginning of that really big growth era. My own work has been basically to describe whatever fossil mammal groups seem to show up and be of interest, so that to some extent I've tried to be a jack of all trades, working a little bit with rodents, but mostly with larger mammals. Especially I'm very fond of fossil camels. Before I came to Florida, I had already started working with some of the big western llama-like camels. A thing named Camelops was a master's thesis I did. And it's turned out, indeed, Florida's the ideal place. We have the largest samples of several different groups of fossil llamas and camels. And so I've continued to work on those, fossil horses, deer, and related groups of extinct ruminants, such as the big horned wonder we described a few years ago from the phosphate mines. The proboscideans, all the groups of mammoths and mastodons, are very exciting, and from time to time I've worked very hard with them. Perhaps one of the areas I never expected to get involved with that's been extremely interesting in recent years is the sort of time of overlap between the extinct megafauna and the first humans in the New World, Paleo-Indian sites. Although my own viewpoint is from the animal side, we've gotten heavily involved in some joint projects on Paleo-Indians. And for about 5 years now, National Geographic has supported work through this museum and with the Bureau of Archaeological Research in Tallahassee, where we've excavated in place Paleo-Indian and fossil sites. And we've learned a lot about how the Paleo-Indians used, for example, mammoth tusk to make tools on which they hafted the flints, and a lot about the environment of some of these sites also.